Formula One is a world full of heroes and legends who make our jaws drop every weekend.
It's lights out and away we go.
Taking insane risks, pushing the limits, and making history.
He takes victory.
But then there's Lance Stroll, who doesn't quite fit in the legend mold. From mowing down his pit crew, throwing hands with his trainer, to crashing cars even after the race was over, he hasn't left much to the imagination.
No, I don't think it was a great race. I mean, and I didn't feel like I was super comfortable in the car today.
But before I even start talking about this guy, I think I need a full-force therapy session. The kind most F1 fans require after all the we've witnessed over the years. The funny part about Stroll is that he is usually calm, quiet, and invisible, but there are some moments where he suddenly isn't. He didn't climb F1 the traditional way. He straight up took the fast track thanks to his dad, the Lawrence Stroll. Yes, you heard that right, the ultimate sugar daddy of F1, who didn't just sponsor teams, he bought teams, fixed them, and handed Lance a seat like it was Halloween candy, while other drivers worked their asses off.
3 years of really hard work, difficult moments, really difficult moment.
And were even left at gas stations. So, in a sport where talent and hard work was important, it was enough for fans to say he didn't deserve it. Well, if you ask me, I don't care if someone's a nepo baby as long as he can perform or even put the slightest bit of effort in. But being honest, both you and I know that talent or effort isn't something that Lance has. It's not that I don't feel sad for this guy, because every move he makes gets watched. Every mistake is proof that he doesn't belong in F1. Lance isn't just racing other drivers. He's racing what people think of him, because the car isn't really seen as his. It's his dad's money and his dad's playground. So every small mistake turns into a full-blown PR nightmare. So buckle up, because we're diving into the moments that show why Lance Stroll is an absolute pain in the ass. Let's start with something dramatic. At the 2020 Bahrain Grand Prix, where a simple safety car restart became a viral crash highlight that flipped his car upside down after a late red flag, where Stroll, being the idiot he is, made contact with Danny Kvyat's AlphaTauri at turn 8, and boom, his racing point flipped upside down. Wheels in the air, body scraping the asphalt, and then finally settling back down. The poor car looked absolutely wrecked, while Lance, the nonchalant king he is, walked away unscathed. But the visual became instant social media gold. Watching it live, I was equal parts horrified and entertained. Because while other drivers managed to restart all clean, saving tires and positions, Lance turned one small misjudgment into a viral moment.
Is he happy?
I'm happy.
Already, and that is that damage for Lando Norris. That's certainly damage.
I'm always thinking about what I'm having for dinner. Yeah. Dinner is really good.
Being for real, it was equal parts chaotic and embarrassing, and it immediately added to his problematic reputation.
I'm always thinking about what I'm having for dinner.
While flipping a car is pretty wild, later that year, Stroll proved something that we already knew, that his fuck-ups weren't just limited to crashes only.
I really want dinner right now.
Just when I thought things couldn't get more unhinged, Stroll proved me wrong once again with his 2020 Emilia-Romagna GP at Imola. Pure comedy and part disaster. The team, being the slaves they are, were doing the perfect stop. Wheels flying on and off, tire guns spinning, everyone low-key moving like machines. You want to know what happens next? Lance comes in, brakes a little too late, and one of his mechanics goes flying. Like, bro, I get you're not passionate about racing, but no need to be aggressive with the pit crew. Anyways, luckily, no one got injured. But oh boy, F1 might have tried to forget this moment, but Twitter said absolutely not. The clip instantly went viral, and if it wasn't enough bullshitting, he had already tangled with Esteban Ocon on lap 1, smashing his front wing and stressing the team out more than your dad calling you when you're past curfew. And while hitting his pit crew was bad enough, other weekends proved that he could self-destruct without any help at all. Then there's the US Sprint Race, a track that's wide, forgiving, and basically screams, "Don't crash." And yet, Lance still manages to screw it up.
Yeah, boy.
He nukes his session by overcooking the brakes, locking up, and smashing into Ocon on turn 1. Forcing both drivers out and adding a triggering safety car to the mix. No one forced him wide, no drama was needed. Just a classic self-inflicted L.
Stop it. Get some help.
While everyone else was cruising around Kota like they were late for work and didn't have time for all the trouble, Lance was already done for the day. Picking up a 5-place grid penalty and 2 penalty points. He is such a bum that I honestly think Red Bull 2010 was better.
It's not easy to succeed for sure. There's only one guy doing it right now, so.
And when crap like this happens often, people stop giving the benefit of the doubt and start rolling their eyes instead. Honestly, I have never seen a driver so bad that he actually loses skills the more he races. That is the only type of talent that Stroll has. Fun fact, the screw-ups I mentioned are only about 2020 and 2025. We haven't even gotten to the middle years. This noob has fumbled so hard, it physically hurt my eyes. For instance, in 2022, he hit Latifi in Australia like brakes were optional, clipped Alonso in the US Grand Prix, and somehow crashed twice in Baku, like someone failing the same test twice. Then 2023 rolls in, and somehow he keeps getting worse and dumber. Something that I thought was impossible. But I've learned one thing knowing Lance Stroll at this point, that nothing is impossible. Big crashes in Singapore, hitting barriers in Monaco, and smashing into Bottas in Mexico City, making fans go nuts and still wonder, why the fuck is this joke of a driver even allowed on the track? And 2024? Don't get me started. Because whenever I think about the epic fails he dropped, I lose my shit faster than when my sister steals my clothes. Like, seriously, he spun on the Sao Paulo formation lap like he forgot how cars worked, rear-ended Ricciardo in China, and also clipped poor Leclerc in Monaco 2025 practice. Like he didn't even spare him. I mean, that man has been through a lot with Ferrari. Let's not go there, okay? Because otherwise I'll be having a meltdown. Anyways, it's honestly kind of impressive how consistently messy he is. Watching Lance is like thinking F1 might have a secret bet. Like, how many times a driver can fumble this season? And somehow, this clown is the top candidate. Honestly, after all the crashes and zero effort,
The car in front of me just stopped right in front of me. I had nowhere to go. And
Oh, that is ridiculous.
I still see people defending and siding with him. And I just can't, because this guy just straight up gets on my nerves for being annoying and lame. People don't dislike him for no reason. He treats everyone like trash, has no respect for his car, and constantly complains that it is undrivable.
Yeah, we had a good start to the race, and then just a lot of degradation. We didn't really have the car pace.
When honestly, the only thing that's undrivable here is him. But you don't see us complaining much, right?
Crash on board with Lance Stroll.
He gives nothing to the team except his daddy's money. And respect to Mr. Stroll for funding it, but Lance himself, not much there.
I'm relentless. I don't give up. The mission is being world champion.
The thing I'm most shocked about is this minion still has fans. Like, I'm 110% sure they're either being paid or just psychotic. Maybe they just sympathize with him.
I ain't seen nothing. Matter of fact, I'm blind in my left eye.
But whatever it is, I just wish you all well and hope you all open your eyes soon and find the right path. Here's the kicker. Even if I compare him with other drivers, like Maldonado, fun yet pure mess. Grosjean, painful disaster. Latifi, full-on meme king. I do feel like these drivers were trash and really mid, but they still had talent. While Lance, on the other hand, the only talent he has is not looking into the mirrors. Therefore, the reason he lacks self-reflection. So, as we are moving towards the end of the video, I'm gonna stop being the hater I am for like 5 seconds and say some positive things about Lance. Very hard, but not impossible. But we can start by saying something like, yes, once in a blue moon, he does cook up some wild performances. Like when he drove with a broken wrist in Bahrain. Honestly, to this day, respect.
Wow! Wow! Bravo! Bravo, boss!
But let's also not forget the podium he snatched for Williams. Honestly, he looked better back then than he does now. But here's the problem. Every time I start to give him credit, everything falls apart. Because he's not a driver struggling with form. He is a walking storm of privilege and perception issues. Even when he does something right, fans don't see growth. They see entitlement. They don't see effort. They see excuses. And let me tell you over and over, that image sticks. Everything else goes down the drain. So yeah, even after listing his positives, and trust me, the list isn't long, I still don't think he belongs here. Formula One is brutal, unforgiving, and built on performance. And when you've had this many chances, this much time, and this much support, potential stops being an excuse. It's basically the lack of self-awareness at this point. With that in mind, let me know in the comments if Lance Stroll is really the most hated driver in Formula One. And if you enjoyed this video, go watch 5 drivers who broke F1, because it's the same madness, just different victims.